All right, I think we are live. Let's see. Let's do a little refresh of room. Yes, we are live. I'm going to mute myself. There we go. I don't know if anybody's here yet. It looks like we don't have anybody yet. We might have maybe one, two people.
Couple stragglers in and out, right?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll probably just chill for a little bit until a couple people show up. Hopefully, I haven't freaking streamed in forever.
Lauren, what's up? Lauren is always the first person.
Yeah, Lauren, Max, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing, Lauren? Gentlemen, you obviously don't know us.
Mets, what's up? He has a belly button. So do I.
What you boys up to? We're gonna talk some RC. We're gonna talk about the vigilante, and we're gonna talk about what I'm gonna retire because I'm gonna retire one of my RC cars. So we're just gonna hang out for a little bit and see if anybody. Yeah, we're filling up. We're getting some people in here. Feel free to chat in, guys.
Yep.
We're here to talk, and we if you're interested in a vigilante, stick around because we're going to talk about some pros and cons of that thing. Because I feel like there's a couple. This is my perspective. I'm not speaking for KGM. There's a couple of people saying some things that I don't agree with about the truck. It's not a bad truck by any means, but they're saying some things that I don't agree with that the truck can't do.
It's a cold hard truth that we're going to be speaking honestly.
Yeah,
It's
like first, like
no
hands-on experience.
honeypotting.
No, and like we bought them with our hard-earned money, and it's just like a true perspective from our perspective. So, Vigilante, what is there to talk about? Well, you'll see, Aaron. Like we'll talk about it. Not a bad truck, but it needs some work.
You need some work. Like you see, like everybody. Oh, I love it! I love it! I love it! I don't think that people are actually paying attention to what's actually going on with it while it's running.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You're just
And by no means it's a bad truck to me because it handles so good. But when you drive that truck, like RC guy put it the best way that I heard, it drives itself. Like it handles so good. But when it comes to air control with the throttle, and like today, like you guys will see the video, I was running it. I ran 20% of the battery, and the motor was so hot that I could barely touch it. So there's something wrong with gearing. I didn't gear it up, so it wasn't me. And I want to gear it up so I can get the throttle control in the air, but I can't because the motor's going to cook. So
yeah.
KGM made a huge. And again, if you guys don't know KGM, he's linked in the description, so go check him out. But the throttle control is a huge issue, and KGM made a good point because I called him when I was done running it. That there's like a idler gear in there, and he's thinking that the gearing's off with that because the pinion and spur kind of makes sense. But whatever that idler gear and the other gear in there might be off. And what he said made a lot of sense when he said that. So, yeah, there's something up with the gearing because you cannot, like, you either need the perfect ramp to pull off a backflip or you have to gear up. And if you gear up, you're going to cook the motor. Like, I don't care what anybody says, that motor gets too hot. So I don't know what
20. I had a 20 tooth on mine, and it was so hot. It was
Yeah, and mine's stock gearing, and it's like hot. And when I was running today, I waited purposely until like 6 o'clock or 7, and it was like 84 out, no humidity, it was beautiful, and literally 20% of the pack, and the thing was like cooking. Mets, yeah, you guys know where I'm going to retire soon. Scott, what's up, man? Excuse me. If you guys hear me clear my throat and like coughing, I'm just getting over being sick, so I might sound a little congested still. I have so many videos to edit. It's just I was sick last week and it kicked my butt, man. Addicted, what's up, buddy? Sergeant J, my man.
what's going on?
But yeah, I'm gonna go grab my Vigilante. It's in the back of this Polaris right now, and I'm gonna go over it a little bit with you guys. Again, I don't hate the truck by any means. It handles so good. It's just it needs work, and I don't know what these guys are doing. They either have the perfect ramp, or they're gearing it a certain way, or they're swapping stuff, and they're just not telling you because I don't know what's up with it, or I just have a dud. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if I had a dud, if anybody had a dud, it was me. I had the biggest dud of all.
Yeah,
I mean,
your gears and all that. Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, we'll
Now that,
go over what your issues were for sure.
yeah.
So, all right, let me swap over cameras here. All right, so you guys can see that. That's my Vigilante. It's a horrible angle. We'll go this way. There we go. So my receiver came off, which is no big deal. I can just screw that back down. My biggest issue is how
full screen.
Oh,
Sorry.
Tell me what to do. Sorry about that. All right, so my biggest issue with this is even now, KGM, how long ago did I call you?
8 o'clock.
Yeah, so 8 o'clock. It's almost 9, almost an hour later. This is still warm. And it's not hot by any means, but it's warm. And that was an hour ago. And I literally ran 20% of the pack. And when you guys see the video, it's a lame video because I did not run. I did not run it very hard. And I did not go crazy with it. So there's something wrong with gearing, or they got a bad batch of motors or something. This motor gets way too hot way too soon. And again, my biggest issue with this truck is throttle control in the air. When it's planted, it's planted. And I'm sure KGM can agree. It handles like a freaking dream. It's a good driver. But when you're jumping it, it's not there, man. It's not. I did try, I thickened up my diffs. I kind of mimicked my Outcast. I did 1 million, 20 million, and then 500K in the rear, which helped. Don't get me wrong. I definitely have a little bit more. And then I tried it like that, and then I swapped over to backflips, thinking a little lighter, tighter, it balloons a little bit more, maybe that helps. I almost got a backflip out of it, but then I smashed the front end, which it's like I screw backed out. Like the truck's fine, but it's just not there. There's something wrong with the truck. Again, I really think KGM is on to something when he said there's something wrong with the gearbox. So if you want to get into your issues, KGM, and mention like the gearbox and stuff, because I don't want to take your glory, because that was honestly a genius thing he said.
Well, no, it's just like you're thinking about there's that transmission in there. You got gear transfer, power transfer through the gears, so there's got to be something in there, because even with the push drive on the X-Max, you have different gearing options within. You can change spur and pinion. Here you're pretty much just only able to change a pinion gear. So
yeah,
with the tire size and everything and the height, that 1250 kV, you're really working that motor.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I really feel like that's where the heat's coming from. But even when I swapped the backflips, it was still, man, it is still warm.
Check that gear cover and make sure those little eyelets in the chassis are still in there, because those were pulling out. Those pulled out on mine. There's little threaded inserts in that rear gear cover.
Oh no, they're all there.
They're all there, but once you take that off, check it, because you really can't tell until you start pulling the screws out.
Well, I also have on the bottom here, I had a couple screws back out. I have one in the dead center here is gone. I have one backed out, almost completely out. Two on the side here. But that's a screw. Okay, whatever. There's a screw here. I can deal with that screw. That happens. Whatever. I get it. But my biggest issue with the truck is the heat issue and not being able to lift up that front end. And if you guys don't know, KGM had more issues. So you want to tell them what other issues you had?
The gears kept exploding. And, I mean, my paint's coming off, but that's minor compared to the gears. I think the gears are a bigger problem.
Yeah, it's superficial. Like, yeah, the paint thing definitely sucks. But you can run it with no paint. But the whole gear issue is definitely. And did they fix that issue for you, or did you have to like what you have to do with that?
It took a while, but I eventually got a set out of them.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's got a 5mm motor shaft in it, so that snapped. That snapped on a run.
Which is a bad design. Arma learned that the hard way in the Outcast. People were snapping that because the original Outcast RTR had a 5mm shaft, and they learned that they had to up that. And I think within like a month or two, since when the Outcast was released, they did a soft reboot, and that was up. They upped that to an 8mm shaft.
Yeah, but we were talking earlier, and Traxxas is still running 5mm shafts with the Millennium systems. So
Yeah.
I really don't know if that was an issue or if it's just the quality of the metal that they used to cast the shaft.
Yeah, I feel like it's a shaft issue, honestly, just because I see so many people snap a 5mm shaft on a big heavy rig. Like you shouldn't be running that.
Right. I saw somebody else write on one of the forums though that they think they don't think that that's an actual Hobby Wing motor. They think it's a redcat motor running a Hobby Wing branded ESC.
Honestly, you saying that kind of makes sense because I never had this kind of heat issue so quick with a Hobby Wing motor. Because when I was running this, again, I only ran 20% of the battery, and this motor got super hot, and I wasn't even hard on it. And the ESC was fine, but the motor was hot to the point where I was like, I want to run the rest of these packs, but I can't. Like I don't have enough daylight. Yeah, I've seen that, Scott. RC guy. No, I don't think that has anything to do with it, bud. The gear cover.
No, that you really can't tighten that, over tighten that the way that they have that set up. But you need to make sure that it's tight, because there's 3 screws that hold that, or 4 screws. 3 of them go into the chassis, and they have these small threaded eyelets that are coarse threaded on the outside, and they're threaded for M3 on the inside. And they're not long enough. They're threaded in the chassis really shallow. So when those pull out, they pull the screw and the cover out with them, and then they ruin the chassis. So you got to come up with, like, I had to drill my chassis out and put a M4 screw in there, or I was buying a new chassis, because there's no fix for that. That's the only fix. You know what I mean? So, and you need to have that cover in there, or else you're gonna strip out your gears that holds your internal mess in your transmission.
Except for heat and use extreme inefficiency, maybe it's programming or gearing. I think it's something to do with the gearing. I really think KGM kind of hit it on the head with that idler gear kind of thing he had. I really think that makes a lot of sense. And again, I'm not trying to hate on the truck too much, but me and KGM are extremely honest, and we've been seeing a few videos where people are saying the truck's great, which it is. It's a lot of fun to drive. It really is. It handles like a dream. But some of the stuff they're doing, you're not going to do out of the box. Like, do not get your hopes up. Like, you're going to have to do some stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I wish so. And the other thing is, not everybody shows the failures and the repairs on them either. It's all about
good stuff.
Get this. Yep. Yeah. It's all the good, none of the bad.
Yeah, so, which is whatever. It works for you, whatever. And again, we're not talking crap about any in particular person. It's just what we've seen in like a few people. And we Like, we don't have a huge following, but we just kind of want to put it out there. Like, just keep an eye out, man. I can recommend the truck if you don't want to do crazy backflip and stuff. Because if I don't try to backflip the truck, it jumps fast. It jumps fantastic.
Nice and
But
flat too, high and flat.
yeah, exactly. But if you, as soon as you try to rotate, it gets stuck like this, or you get like halfway, you land upside down. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have enough to flip it.
You can drop the nose like that.
Yeah, and you tap the brake, and you're fine this way. But if you have to correct this way, like up, you're done. Like, it's
Not
gonna eat
happening.
it. Yeah. So, and addicted. Yeah, I love my XRT. I was actually telling KGM what I'm thinking about doing is because in my XRT, I have a Max 5 in there. I mean, a Max 6, and this has a Max 6 in it stock. I might just pull that motor from the XRT and put it in here just to see if I can get the rotation I'm looking for, because my XRT rotates great. So I'm thinking, just to try to eliminate an issue, let's see if I swap the motor, if it makes a difference.
That would be a good experiment.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, 3SB. I think a motor might make a difference because the ESC didn't get hot. The motor got super cooking. And the gearing it's on stock, it shouldn't have gotten that hot. But again, there's other gears you have to think about. Like KGM was saying, there's that idler gear and all that stuff. So it's interesting.
I know, Todd, right? You spend all that time with the price tag.
Yeah, $800 rig.
And I mentioned in one of my videos with the market that they're catering to, because it basically is, beginner pricing on it, price point. They need
What's up, Sleep?
It needs to be better.
Yeah, it definitely. And again, this is like kind of their first hoorah into this kind of scene. And I'm not making any excuses because like, it is what it is. But it's so hard to tell you guys how much I like the truck and how much stuff I don't like about the truck, because the truck in a whole is a lot of fun to drive, man. It really is. Like, if you're not going to do crazy sends and backflips and stuff, I recommend the truck for that. Like, if you're going to just go ripping around and have a lot of fun and like just go have fun with it's probably one of the best fifth scale handling trucks I have. But when it comes to the way I drive and want to do a flip and stuff, it's not there, man. It's not. And I'm going to get it there. Like, me and KGM will figure this out, and we will let you guys know, like, what you need to do to make it do what you're seeing people do. But it needs work. It's just what it is. Like, long story short, it's just, it needs work. Doing the dips definitely helped.
No,
go ahead. No, I'm just saying, like, doing the dips definitely helped. And I threw backflips on. They ballooned the same all the way around the truck, so that helped. And that's when I almost completed a whole backflip, and then it hit the ground nose, but it was almost there. So, like, if I can gear up two teeth, it would be perfect. Like, honestly, 2 teeth with this setup, I think you can rotate and you'll be all right. But the problem is the motor got so hot with just 20% of the battery. So I'm going to blow the motor.
Right. And I don't know if maybe that attributed to the motor shaft snapping too, because that was after I geared back down. So I don't know if I got heat into it from being having the 20 tooth pinion on there.
Yeah.
So that could be a contributing factor. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. It's a bad design in general for a fifth scale. Like I said earlier, like, Arma learned the hard way. Like, don't put a 5 mil in a fifth scale. They're all freaking 8 mil now. So.
Well, what they did was they tried to copy an X-Max to the point where they weren't going to get sued, but they didn't they didn't do it as good as they should have.
Yeah, I think they tried to do that, And if you notice, if you watch all their like what is it? They're like commercials or whatever you want to call it for the truck. They're not doing crazy settings. Like they're just doing normal stuff with the truck. You know what I mean? So they're not. I don't want to say they're not marketing it as a hardcore basher, but I feel like people are getting that feeling from it. But in all their videos are showing, it's like normal runs. You know, it's not like crazy sends like Traxxas sends it off the mega ramp and stuff. Like they didn't do that with this truck. They just did like normal
No,
driving.
and it's funny because they do that live stream every Wednesday. Redcat does a live stream every Wednesday, and they talk about what they have coming, and you know what kind of sales, and it's mostly, you know, they talk about the Monte Carlo, the one that goes like this, and then the like the crawlers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then people started asking questions about the Vigilante. The one guy was like, "What about the gear problem with the Vigilante?" And the guy was like, "Gear problem? What gear
What gear
problem?"
problem? Yeah.
He's like,
But
"Show
like,
me, show me, show me." And
yeah,
then
I seen that. Like,
yeah, and then he's like, "Well, is it because they have fully locked differentials? Of course it's gonna blow."
no.
Then in that same live stream, he's like, "Well, Thunder RC's got fully locked differentials, and he's sending it off his death ramp with no problems."
Yeah,
And
dude,
yeah,
he, yeah, that's sketchy. Like, even like, don't get me wrong. Like, say what you want about Armor. Like when they had that huge, horrible issue with the EXP Creighton 6S with the differentials blowing like every 2 seconds, they it took them a while. Don't get me wrong, but they came out and said like, "Hey, we effed up. We're gonna replace them. Our bad." And yeah, there was back orders and all this stuff because of the supply chain issue and stuff. But they eventually, like, they fessed up to it and fixed the issue.
right.
They are getting issues and they're not bringing it up to people, and that's just shady business practice. Like that's not how you do business. Like everybody f's up. I feel like even if they just half-ass said like we heard a few issues, but you know there's manufacturing defects sometimes, and just left it at that, it would have been a whole different story. But the whole fact to say there's no issues, Thunder RC is doing crazy stuff with it, that's one person. You know what I mean? How many did you sell?
Right. Well, they told me that this was another one. When I sent them the picture of the gears the first time, they said, "Well, we sold over 1,200 units, and we've only had 5 claims." And it's like, well, I'm showing you one here now. Why aren't you guys?
Yeah, yeah. There's only 5 claims because you only approved 5.
Yeah.
And like the runs you were doing were not justified. Like what happened to that truck, like was not just my second run with this truck off my new ramp was harder than what you did with that truck. And
Yep.
like for them not to do that, that's just not cool, man. I don't think they'll ever make it. I don't think they'll ever make a V2 roller, but I really like 3SB. I really think they'll make revisions to this and not say anything. I think they'll make a thicker motor shaft. I think they'll probably re-gear it. I think they'll move these supports up so you can fit better batteries and not say anything. It'll just be there. That's what I think this truck's going to turn into. You know? But sorry, what were you going to say, KGM?
No, Joe Girding had a comment here, and I was reading it, and I do like this truck for the fact of what he said right here. I cannot get this thing to roll over on flat ground. I have tried so hard to get this thing to just barrel roll on flat ground, and it won't. It is so stable, and
dude.
And that's one of the reasons why I like it, because how stable it is on the ground. I just want it to be better in the air.
Yeah, like it has so much potential. It really does. Like it has potential to be one of the greatest ones out there. Like just the handling alone is fantastic. And again, if you guys are thinking about one and you have the budget, get one. And then when you start running it, you're going to realize that you're going to need the gear, this and that. But it handles so good, man. Like even in my first run video, it's a little lame, but I just go back and forth in front of my house and cut the wheel as hard as I can, like full speed, and it just turns. Like it does not flip. It's such like whatever they like it. It really does have a lot of potential. Like it can be unstoppable. It just needs to be worked, man. It really does.
Right.
1,200 years of 5 platforms. Good thing they aren't a passenger plane business. Yeah, Ohio. Armor has the abilities for D3 if needed. Redcat is all in on one and you get what you get. Yeah, Joe, I know what you're saying, but I feel like there's a like they might not admit it, but I feel like there's enough people pointing out the issues that they're gonna make tweaks and not say anything. It'll be a soft re-release and nobody's gonna ever know unless you actually look. I think they're gonna up the motor shaft just like the Outcast did. They up the motor shaft on the RTR Outcast and never told anybody. They just did it. And I really think they're going to move these support things up a little for better batteries. Those two things I think they're going to do and not tell anybody. I think they're just going to do it. The other issues, I don't think they might not address gearing and the motor issue that I'm having, and KGM is too. It gets so hot so quick. So I see somebody in chat say that taking that XRT motor out and test it in this would be a pretty solid test. I think I'm going to do that just to see, because if all it is a motor, you can go to Jenny's and get an XRT motor and solve the freaking issue. You know what I mean?
Right. But that's another 100.
Yeah, exactly.
$130.
So but then you're still under a Creighton 8S at that point. Creighton 8S is $99.99. You know.
But you can't even compare this to a Creighton 8S. This is like
no. You have to compare it to an X-Max.
Yes, or an XRT like you
said. My XRT, yeah. It handles, honestly, like an XRT. Like, it looks like an X-Max, it's built like an X-Max, but it handles like the XRT. That's why I think it has so much potential, because the X-Max, I didn't, but a lot of people have a lot of really good luck with an X-Max being a hardcore basher. So if this can handle like an XRT and we can get it to bash like an X-Max, it's going to be unstoppable. It's just getting there. And it's just, it makes me mad that they won't admit their faults. Like, just say you effed up on something. That's all you have to do, man.
Oh, and then like the next week after that, after Vitavon came out with their upgraded ring and pinion gear, they had the engineer on the live stream, and he's like, well, Vitavon came out with these gears for you guys, not like you actually need them or anything, but or he's like, I don't know why anybody would need them. And I'm like,
I need to sub to their channel so I can get on the live streams.
Yeah. Like the market that they've been catering to over the past few years is all crawler guys, and it's the scale guys, and they really, I think, have lost the market, the basher market, honestly, because there was guys in the chat asking, well, why would you want helical cut gears for our spiral cut gears for these ring and pinions, and why don't you guys put them in the crawlers? And it's like, you really don't need a spiral cut gear in a crawler.
Yeah. RC Ohio said, Kyle, you really need to compare it to an XRT. Come on, we're talking Hyundai and Honda. The XRT, but like I said, dude, like if you guys, even if you know somebody that has one, run one of these trucks. It handles like an XRT. Like I have an XRT right here sitting on the shelf. Like, it handles so good. If I could just, because I like the truck, I really do. It just has faults. And if I can fix those faults, it's literally going to be unstoppable. Like, if I can fix these faults, it's going to be a beast. It really will. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you this sucks, and this is what you need to do, you know?
I asked them earlier today, and she said yes.
Just so you know, your mic's on.
Is that tomorrow, because tomorrow's like my first last day, if me and my friend walk to the village and then walk here.
All right. I don't want any personal stuff getting out, so I muted him. XRT does compare to the X-Max compared to what he does in the chance. Sorry, KGM, I muted y'all. I'll mute you. There you go.
No, that's all right. My daughter was just talking to me. That's all.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was like important stuff, so I just muted
No.
XRT does compare. Yeah, the XRT, but honestly, I don't think the XRT really compares to an X-Max. It's built very similar, 100%. I think the chassis are very similar, but if you remember when the XRT came out, they had the same part numbers for the chassis and the X-Max, but the chassis were different. The shock towers and stuff are the same, but the chassis itself is actually different. And comparing it to an Arma 8S, I don't think you can because they're just kind of different trucks. But the XRT, I love my XRT. That thing's an absolute beast. Especially once I swapped out that stock ESC and put a Max 6 in there and left the stock motor. Thing's an animal, man. So much fun. And all I did with that was put a Max 6 in it and put earplugs in the center diff. That's all I did. So that's why I'm thinking I might pull that motor from the XRT. Maybe that won't be the end of the video that I did today, just because it's short. I might tomorrow pull that XRT motor, put it in this, and be like, all right, let's see if it's a motor issue or if it's something different. Because
you should.
Yeah, and honestly, if that works and it rotates good, I'll order one of those motors. I don't care. I don't like their ESCs, but I like the motors. I've never had an issue with the motors. Yeah, exactly. Each for their own reasons, Ohio.
The only thing that stinks about the VXL ESCs is you can't tune them other than what they have preset.
Exactly. That's why I like to run the Max 6s, and I just run their motor.
I wholeheartedly agree with being able to tune your own products after you bought them.
Yeah.
Like Traxxas factory locking that ESC so you can't tune it is.
Yeah, it's not cool, but it's their way. But on the other hand, they're extremely user friendly. They're true plug and play. Like their batteries, their charger, their truck just work. You know what I mean? So like I can see why they do it, but being a crazy enthusiast, you're like, I want more options, but they're like, hey, F you. I want somebody that can just go buy it at a hobby shop and go play with it. You know what I mean? So like it's they're walking that line. So like just to play devil's advocate, you know.
No, I get it.
But that's why people like us buy an XRT and throw a Max 6 in it. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's more money, but it's what we want. You know, so I can kind of see why Traxxas goes that route. And I'm not a fanboy by any means. I'll tell you whatever sucks. I don't care. Nobody pays me to do this. So
speaking of Traxxas, did you see the sick mud boss that they released today?
I did not. I seen people talking about it. Hey guys, don't forget to smash that like button, all right? Like, and if you don't like the live stream, hit that thumbs down too. Either way, I like both. You know? Haters just mean you're doing good.
Yeah, they that mud boss. I want one. It's like the drag slash though for me because they're taking that custom edge out of it.
Thanks, Eric. I appreciate it.
Up until what was it? When they released that drag slash 2-3 years ago, you actually had to cut your drive shafts, put the banded arms on.
Yeah, you had to do a lot of work.
Do it yourself, and you were basically building yourself a drag eliminator chassis. But now you can just go off the shelf and buy one and go race, which is cool in a sense, but it takes that custom
Yeah, but me and you both know that the aftermarket support for that is going to be out of control. So,
Well,
like,
there already is a lot of aftermarket support because that's what you start with for a mud boss is the Traxxas slash platform, and then you just go and you either go to like Custom Works and start buying the sprint car stuff or the mud boss stuff, and there's plenty of like small business guys making mud boss bodies because they've been racing those mud bosses for years on the carpet and dirt and
Met said it would
you know
cost
what I
more
mean.
to actually build one than the price they are asking.
Well, that's the thing. Now you're getting into like the drag slash where you can just go to the hobby shop, pick one up, drop a battery in it, and go to the track and race it and be competitive. So
Yeah.
it's good in a sense, and I like it. I'm gonna probably invest in one, but
Scott said the mud boss is going to be get with your friends and race on a car. And if somebody became my neighbor, we can do that.
yeah, I know.
Someone's afraid to move. Wish I saved myself years ago. Money pits. Dude, it's part of the hobby. You know what I mean? And again, I have buyer's remorse for certain RC cars. This I do not. I can't speak for KGM, but me myself, I do not have buyer's remorse with this. I'm kind of looking at it like the potential is there, and I kind of like the fact that I kind of have to tinker with it and get it to work. Is it frustrating? 100%. So I want to take it and throw it against the wall sometimes? 100%. Because it shouldn't be this hard, but I kind of like the challenge. But somebody that isn't as into it as myself, different story. They would be like, this thing's a piece of crap. But I can see the potential in the truck, and I want to get it there. You know what I mean? And KGM, you can speak on that or not, but
No, I agree. I've said it in probably every video that I've put out on this thing that I love the truck, um, and I'm happy with the purchase, and I would buy it again because I love the way it handles, but it's those little issues that kind of leave that sour taste.
yeah, you get those
But
times where you just want to throw it against the wall or drive it over with your truck.
and in the grand scheme of things, they're such a small issue, but they're crippling. They're crippling small
Yeah,
issues.
yeah, especially like the way we run. Like there's certain things that like the truck, it shouldn't be that hard. And my biggest thing is that motor should not be getting that high. Like I should be able to swap the tires to a lighter tire. They're not nearly as heavy as the stock tires, and that motor should not be getting that high. Like I should be able to go up two teeth and do what I want to do, but I can't. And I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's a motor issue, a gearing issue, but I think we're gonna try the XRT motor in there and just see what happens. It's illegal the bass to race, so it would be its own class of racer. I gotta look into it. I didn't see it. I seen people talking about it on Facebook and stuff. The new Traxxas release, and I don't think I
Is it a
have.
brushed 12 turn motor in that, or did they put a VXL system in that? Because I know that they have like a 12 turn. They have like a stock class where you're just running
What's
your
it called?
your stock. It's the Mud Boss, the Traxxas Mud Boss.
Mud Bios. That reminds me, I have to set up a thing on my stream deck so I can share my screen on my
Interesting.
computer.
It's not a VXL, but it's brushless.
How to convert a two-wheel drive slice to a dirt oval racer.
No, you're gonna have to look on like a Facebook page or something because all the local hobby shops were posting it today. So I don't even think anybody has any videos on it yet. If anybody, it's going to be Mark Santa Maria to have a video on it, or Earl.
It would be Mark Santa Maria first for sure.
I've always been interested in those Corrales, Joe, but then
Dude,
I
I
kind of
kind of
look into them and people have problems with them.
If somebody was my neighbor, those mud bosses would be sick to race on these roads. I don't know.
Right?
You're racing and you drift around the corner and you keep going. It would be perfect.
I know. Keep rubbing it in.
I always do. It's a 2S OE brushless.
BL2S system.
So we'll keep chatting, obviously, but does anybody have an idea of what I'm going to retire? If you guys know, like, there's a couple people here for our group chat, you guys know where I'm going to retire. But I'm just curious if anybody watching knows where I'm going to retire from my fleet of RC cars. I'm going to hang it on the wall. It's all heavy duty shocks and knuckles. Yeah, I definitely want to look into it. Mark has a video on Greg, RC Driver, as one as well. Yeah, I'll check him out. I'll watch RC Driver. I met Mark Santa Maria at where'd I go? Armageddon. Nice dude for sure. Definitely a nice guy. I met I met a few people actually. I actually met a few people that knew me, which blew my mind. But yeah, Joe, you got it right in the head, man. Gonna retire the Outcast, man. The Outcast 8S, the old girl. She's gonna get retired. I'm gonna build something though to replace it.
Cannot be picked up till June 21st, 2024.
I get it, Joe, 100%. I'm not gonna say it, but I know what you're saying. Definitely a cool guy to hang out with, though. Again, sorry if I'm coughing randomly. I'm just getting over being sick. Yeah, man, this is her right here. I have her sitting here. Outcast 8S. She's gonna get retired, man. She's been a good girl, but she needs a complete rebuild, like from the ground up, pretty much. Like, I need shocks are leaking finally. The M2C shafts are actually still good, but just overall, she's hurting for a rebuild. And when I was at Armageddon, I met Avery, the guy who owns M2C, and they have a new rig coming out. And I was like, you know what? Because part of me was thinking about buying a Max 5 G2 setup for this and just rebuilding my Outcast. And then I seen that Mega Creighton build that they made. And I was like, holy hell. So I'm going to build a Mega Creighton with 12S. And I'm going to retire the Outcast. I'm going to pull the power plant from it and then leave everything like it is. And just hang her on the wall as a boom. Like, this Outcast literally got me a bunch of subs. When it first came out, like, it got me subs, it got me views, and it was my first, like, legit 8S awesome rig that I decked out. And she deserves to not get beat on anymore. Like, she's hurting, man. Like, the ass end of the truck almost hits the ground because it's so beat up. So she's going to get retired. I'm going to hang her on the wall as a memento, and we're going to build a Mega Creighton. I have a Creighton 8S on order. I'm going to obviously dismantle that. I'm just going to take it apart, use the front and rear, the center diff, and all that. And I'm going to get, when M2C releases the Mega Creighton Beefcake kit, so it comes with the Max 4 setup and all that, I'm going to get that, put those parts on it. I'm going to get the Max 4. I'm going to get the motor. It's going to be a whole brand new build for a go-to basher, man. The Outcast deserves to be retired. Out of all my rigs, this thing has seen the worst of everything. Like, of everything.
Yeah.
And, like, it's weird to get sentimental about a toy car, but, like, she's been through the shit with me. Like, she's hurting, man. Like, she deserves to be put up on display. Max 5 G2 is badass for sure. Yeah, dude, I was honestly planning on rebuilding the entire truck, like from the ground up with the new Max 5 G2, 800 kV, new arms, rebuild shocks, all new bearings, new diffs. Even if diffs are fine, just new diffs, and just build it back up. But I was like, you know what? That new Mega Crane is just insane. I was like, she deserves to be retired, so she's going to be hung up and just on display. I'm not saying she won't ever be ran again. Maybe I'll get the itch to rebuild her, but for the time being, she's going to be done. I've had an RPM on here that's been cut clean for probably 2 years, and it still just holds. So she needs to be retired.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just time to let it go, right?
Yeah, and like I said, I'm really thinking about building a shelf above my door and just putting her right above the door, and just that's where she lives. You know,
I would just screw it to the wall like true Chef Beardsley fashion.
I was thinking about it right above my TV. I was like, I got 4-inch screws, it'll work. I'll just drill a hole through the chassis. I do 2. I have 4. And 1 actually on there. Then your right piece, yeah. And I got the pleasure of meeting Aldo Loyal at that event, and I was surprised he knew who I was. But we were talking and stuff, and like watching his. If you guys don't know Aldo Loyal, go check him out. His jumps and stuff he's been doing with that Mega Creighton is insane. I think it's his newest video. Dude, that thing is so nice. M2C did such a good job at making that such a clean install. Because I'm like kind of playing devil's advocate on myself. I always said like a Creighton isn't meant for 12S. Stupid. Like don't put that in there. But the way they designed that chassis and it cradles the motor in the rear, the motor mount is specifically made for it. The chassis is longer for that whole setup. It's the cleanest, nicest setup I've seen for that. And I was like, I got to build one. So just wait. It's going to be nuts. And I'm not saying it in videos. I'm saying it for you guys in live because you guys are cool enough to come hang out with us. But it'll be a whole build thing. We're going to build it up. Like I said, I have Creighton on order. I'm waiting for MTC to release the Mega Creighton. And I'll order that. And then whenever the Creighton comes back in stock, that'll be shipped out to me, and we'll do the build.
Gotta get after it, man.
Yeah. Dude, the sand drag guys from Dubai, yeah. I found those one day. I was just chilling, and it was like slow at work, so I was like scrolling through YouTube. Some of those sand drag guys are nuts, dude, in Dubai.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Dude, I'll send you a link. Those guys are insane, dude. You got anything in the works, man? What are you pumped for, KGM?
What am I pumped for?
Yeah, you don't have to say like specifics. Just saying in general, like anything you're looking forward to or what.
I got this the dragster trade I made, so that's dragster's getting shipped out Friday, and then I got that new chassis platform coming that I traded for that, so that's kind of cool. I'm excited to get that. I'll release that information
as needed.
As needed, yeah. And then
I got you. That's why there's certain things I don't say during a live.
No,
because I know what's happening.
I got that. I'm gonna build a Mega Creighton too.
Say what? I wasn't sure if you were gonna say that or not.
Yeah, I mean, what am I gonna hide it forever?
KGM's building a Mega Creighton with me. What?
Yeah.
Dude, I am
Okay,
so
mine's got
excited
extra
about this
movie
build.
quality.
Dude, I am so excited about this build. You have no idea.
Yeah.
But
What else am I excited about? Maybe actually get out and run into my Taylor big bore engines.
Yes, you need to get that freaking buggy out, dude. I know it's a shelf queen, but run that thing in dirt, damn it.
I know. It's too nice to be a shelf queen.
Yeah, you got to run her, man.
It's up there looking good though.
There it is.
I need to get a dust cover for it.
Dude, don't be that guy. Who are you, Bernsey?
Oh, Bernsey covers up X-Maxes. Like, why would you put a trash bag on top of
why would you even care? I was gonna say the guy's name, doing it to promote someone else. Dude, you can say his name if you're just saying how badass something is. Go for it, dude. It's fun. I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna kick you for that. That's fine. Just don't be like crazy with it. Be like, hey, I just posted this video. Come check it out, and this and that. But if you're just saying like, hey, this guy makes a badass thing, that's how I found out. One of my best friends, Gus Custom Creations. That's how I found out who he was. Someone was like, hey, I think it was Mets RC was like, hey, this guy made 110cc kids quad in the remote control, and we're like, what? And that's how we found Gus. So yeah, dude, shout him out. I'm fine with it. You get permission. You just can't post a link because you don't have have permission to do that. But yeah, shout him out, dude. It's fine.
I'm gonna strap a radio system to this kids quad and let's see how this goes.
That's what Gus did. Like he literally just put servos on it and just made it work. And Gus is the man. I wish he was here right now. He's on vacation right now, actually. He was telling me today. Yeah. Lucky
Good for him. He deserves it.
Yeah. You're thinking about picking up a Creighton 8S? Yeah, dude, they fly great. Like Addicted to Marcy, I don't know if he's still here. He has an EXP. That thing flies. Like I think nice truck. There you go. UAE RC Addicts. Yeah, those guys are nuts, man. They make some crazy cars that go up those sand dunes and stuff. They literally drag race up sand dunes in Dubai, KGM, and like those guys spare no expense. Like the stuff they cram in these trucks, you're like, oh my god, like they're nuts, man. Yeah, Mets RC just linked Gus's Custom Creations. Go check him out if you want to go see his remote control kids quad. He hasn't posted in a while, but I'm gonna make him soon. So go check him out. He made some cool stuff, man. He made a 6x6 axial
24.
Yeah, axial SCX 24, and he custom made drive shafts and stuff. The guy's a badass. Go check him out. The money over there is a little different, yeah, but they make some cool stuff, man. Those drag races up sand dunes is just nuts, man. Definitely.
I don't know, the way that some of us RC guys spend money, I think we might have that Dubai money too.
Well, we might look like we do, but we don't.
This build sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
I wish. I wish I had sponsors for builds. It would make life so much easier. Maybe one day, KGM. We'll get there.
They sponsor you just at like 25% interest.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you guys something else too. KGM, I don't even think you know this. I'm going to acquire a Lozi 5B. So I'm pumped about that. Because I've been looking for a Lozi 5B for a long time. And I know somebody that has one. It needs a little bit of work. It's like halfway converted to electric. It comes with all the gas stuff too. So after my Mega Crate build, I'm going to get that Lozy 5B build. I'll tell you who it is later, KGM.
No, you told me yesterday.
I wasn't sure. I was just excited. I know I told somebody. I told Birds who just arrived at his face.
So right now, Jenny's has the XRT motor in stock, but not the X-Max motor.
Aren't they the same?
No, the X-Max is a 1257, and the XRT is only running at 1200.
What's it? Yeah.
Huh?
That's really not that much of a difference to even care, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. But allegedly, I mean, Traxxas and their infinite wisdom thought that 57 kilovolts was enough to
yeah, it's weird.
Warrant a whole separate motor.
Oh, sleep. We'll definitely keep you updated in videos or a live stream. We're going to figure it out because, like I said, we don't hate the Vigilante. It just needs work. And we got to figure it out. Yeah, 1200 is more torque. Yep. The TLRB, great shaft. Okay, guys. And electric. Yeah, dude, I've been looking for one for a long time, and they're awesome. I really want to get one, and I know somebody that has one. Need some work, like I said, it might need a chassis, but if I'm going to get a chassis, I'll probably just end up with a tailored chassis for it. I know I could get a Roven or whatever knockoff. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to get the quote unquote upgrade chassis because that way it still feels like
a Roven chassis on it.
Because it just feels like an upgrade and not so much a knockoff, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm totally gonna get that 5B. Oh, dude, Char, don't worry. I got a new bump box because I forget who it was, but somebody broke my bump box, so I got a bump box to run my nitros. So I actually was thinking today I got to get my XRT, no, 8XT out and run that, and then my Lozy buggy and stuff because I can't start it without a bump box. So that came in. I built that, so we're good to go. So I honestly, I got nitro stuff coming. Don't worry.
Yeah. Get after it.
Finally, Lozy 5 and Mega. Look at Mr. Dubai himself. No, I'm just lucky because I know people for the Lozy 5B. Don't get me wrong. I'm not made of it. He was like, if you want it, it's yours. I won't post it. That's literally how it went. Because I told him, I was like, I got this big build coming, so I might not be able to get it right away. He's like, all right, I'll hold it for you. So don't think that. I'm not that guy. What about the Savage Revo? Yeah, I actually have to run the Revo. That has the Savage engine in it. I fixed that and haven't ran it since. It says a 4.6 in there. I'll get them out. Don't worry. I love that Truggy though. That TLR Truggy I built with the Nova Rossi in it. I'm gonna run that. Yeah, that thing's an animal, dude. I have never, knock on wood, I never broke anything on that. Like I wore out the clutches and stuff. And the clutch, not the clutch, but the clutch bearing blew on me.
Yeah.
But guys, I bought an entire 8XT kit just for parts for that truck because you know how Lozy is that they'll discontinue something and you can't get parts. So I bought a whole entire kit just for parts for that truck. So believe me, we're gonna run that. So I'm pumped. I love that truck. But yeah, we'll get the Revo out, the Savage. I think I'm going to retire the new Savage because that was a letdown. And just as the old Savage breaks, just use parts from the new one to fix it all.
Oh, Joe Girding with the when you get in the mega truck, chef.
Yeah. Oh, the Raminator, one day. Because I always said when I get land and room to run one, I'll get one. And I got land and room to run one. So that's in the cards. It's just You know, guys, I get donations, so I'm just putting it out there. I would love to get one eventually, but that donation thing was a joke. But
And you don't even have to put a doghouse on the side of your shed anymore.
no, just put it in here. I have a perfect spot for it too. It's just, it's a lot of money, a lot. I'll be right back, guys. KGM Entertainment.
Bulletproof ring and pinion for the diffs. What platform's that for? Shardison. I'm not very entertaining, Mets. I'll tell you that for free. It's Nitro Savage. Yep. He was having all kinds of problems with that when he first got it. I remember when he got that one. That was quite interesting. Yeah, Joe, you got that mega truck going pretty good, man. I've seen a couple of your videos on it. Can't be having that monkey metal, guys. I think that's where the redcat powdered gears came from. And that vigilante. I probably got a few sets over here. Oh yeah, there they are. My trophies. These are my vigilante trophies. Block out that light behind me. There's one of them. This was actually the second one that blew after the motor shaft. And then this is the first one that went. This one's got no teeth on it left. But it's strange.
The stuff you were doing just does not justify it.
No, and there's so much heat generated, Chef, that you can't get these apart now. They're stuck on. Like if you get a new set of these out of the bag, you can slide them on and off very easy. Like you have to hold them together to get them into the chassis to install them. But now these are like basically friction welded together.
Yeah, there's something up. Like the motors are either shot or something. It's really weird. That just makes me want to run my XO2 motor even more.
So that spur gear, the spur gear on the center diff is a 48. And then I got two. I've been stocking up on these. I got two extra.
I got one here. See?
This is,
you
got idler is an 18, and this is a 46. So your
18 46
is a 46, and then you're transferring that to an 18, and then that's going 18 to 48. So you're actually gearing up again. Am I saying that right? It's
no, you're on your own thing here, bud.
No, I'm trying to think how that works.
I know, I can see the smoke, bud.
I know. You got the same size pinion, but a larger. You're gaining two teeth on the spur by the time you make it from the motor to the final drive. Yeah, I don't know. That's above my pay grade. Vita-bound gear, the whole vigilante, and your troubles will disappear.
So the redcat is no comparison to the X-Max in an extent, maybe, But in handling, no. The Vigilante has the X Max, bar none. I used to have an X Max. The handling, night and day. We can't compare. The rotation, throttle control in the air, so you hit the gas, nose comes up. Out of the box are pretty similar, honestly, until you gear. If you gear the X Max up, you can rotate all day. That's what I did with mine, and it's great. Um, this, you can't gear up because the motor gets too hot. So, and if someone tells you different, they're lying. The motor gets hot. KGM is in a completely different climate than me. It's way cooler, and it still gets super hot. So there's something wrong with something. So take that with a grain of salt. Whatever anybody says, but our experience, there's something wrong with gearing because the motor gets way too hot. But handling wise, this would crap all over an X Max on handling. Like the handling on this is fantastic. But
See,
ease of just upgrading to do backflips, X Max all day.
Yeah. So the Vitavon gears are only ring and pinion gears. They don't have any. They don't have these gears, and these are the only gears that I've had a problem with so far. I haven't had a ring and pinion problem yet. So,
Guy had diff issues a few times,
yeah, he was blowing ring and pinions.
and he runs way less than you, like hard wise. So him blowing diffs is just blows my mind. Oh, you did, not you did. But.
He was also earplugged, where I'm only running 20 million.
Yeah, but dude, that's so close to each other. Like the way he's running, there's no way those gears should have blew up. Like the first time, okay, maybe he landed on throttle, whatever, kind of fill it out. But for two times, there's something. There's an issue there. That's just weird. Because all the packs I put through my outcast, I blew one diff. It was my front diff, and no, or was it my rear? I think it was my rear diff, and I landed on full throttle with my dad at the pit back in the day. And that was my fault. It had nothing to do with the truck. I literally landed on full throttle and diff exploded. So, like, the way he's running, blowing two diffs is unacceptable. There's no way he should do two diffs. None.
Yeah, and I landed on full throttle a couple times with this, and I haven't blown a diff yet.
Yeah, and
I
like,
even called it out in the video when I was like, "Yep, I just landed full throttle."
And like, guys, if you're that guy that was like, you landed on throttle in this second, you know what? Film yourself and then rewatch how many times you accidentally land on throttle. It happens. And like, you blow a dip doing it, understandable, but like, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. We all do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just a little PSA for me. Those people that make those comments, I'm like, dude, get out of here.
Oh, people were bent.
You good, Eric?
First couple. People were bent on some of my redcat videos where I was just speaking the truth.
Hey, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what we do. That's why, like, you, Sergeant J, Addicted, Gus, like, even Burns, even though he don't make videos because he's so ugly. But, like, I trust all you guys because we're not bullshitters. Like, this is what you're going to get out of the box, and we're going to show you. Like, and if someone offers us something and they say we have to say something good, we're not going to take it. And I can say that for all of us across the board. Like, we're going to tell you guys the truth, no matter what.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I've turned down side-by-side stuff. Like, I know, sorry, guys, some of you guys don't like the side-by-side videos, but the company that's sending me stuff for my side-by-side, they literally said, just show installs. We don't care what you say. Okay. And I had other companies, RC companies and side-by-side companies, offer me stuff and told me I had to say a positive review, and I refused to take the product. Like, so we're not going to steer you wrong. We're going to tell you the truth. At least our experience of the truth. Like other people have different like experiences, obviously. I'm definitely gonna. I definitely want to. We're definitely gonna figure this out, KGM. Like the, it's such a fun truck to run to not figure this out.
Yeah, I got the wheels turning.
Yeah, we're gonna. I really think tomorrow I'm gonna swap that motor from the XRT into here and just see what happens.
I honestly thought that you were going to call me and tell me that you got it the back on command because even with the shape of your ramp, like
Yeah, and like my ramp ain't the most isn't the most intense, but it has like the obviously it's a hard comparison because the Outcast has 800 kb and all this stuff, blah blah blah, whatever. But it comes off the ramp kind of in the angle to finish the backflip. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it just doesn't want to do it. It just does not want to do it. As you should, Joe. As you should, like side by sides and quads. Well, you're into them now. You can figure it out. We're always working on something, man. Always. I'm gonna pick up a tractor soon, so you guys are gonna see some tractor videos. I need a tractor bad. Because I'm gonna build. If you guys know Aldo Loyal, he don't live far from me, and we were chatting, and I kind of want to build some jumps like he has out of dirt, and he offered to come give me a hand, and like we're gonna batch each other and stuff. Good dude, definitely go check him out. Aldo Loyal, good guy. But yeah, it'll be a good time. If somebody became my neighbor, like we would have a lot of like back and forth and having a lot of fun building stuff. But someone refuses to move, so
Yeah, I hear you. I'll do their best.
I told you can get a motorhome and park in my driveway. I have the plug right there.
Careful what you wish for, bud.
Hey, it's out there. I'm a lot of things, but a lie is not one of them.
So I had this thing for a long time and I totally forgot. It's a freaking brushless slash.
When did you do that? You're full screen now, so let's see what you got.
I got this. I traded my 6S Creighton EXP for a Gen 8 crawler and this thing. And I guess I never realized that this had a VXL system in it.
I'm going to interrupt you, but can we all appreciate KGM's awesome mustache? Look at it. All right, go ahead. Sorry. So it has a brushless system in it?
Yeah, it's VXL. And it's got an Arma fan on the ESC.
So what?
I guess I really never looked at this.
Have you ran that?
No. Doesn't even have a radio in it.
Well, roll one in there, dude. Look, get it going. The redcat ain't working, so just throw that radio system in there.
I'll use the flashlight to. Got a receiver sitting right here, and it's already bound up.
Eric, nothing to be jealous about, man. It's a work in progress for sure. But I kind of take that as a flattering kind of thing because it's something I always wanted. And here I am. You know what I mean? It's kind of surreal. I told KGM when I was on the phone, I was like, dude, you know how weird it is to be able to just take my side-by-side and pull my ramp to where I want it? Do a couple cents and be like, oh, I need this tool, and just walk 40 yards and go get my tool. Like, it's weird, man. It's weird. I love it, though. I should have did it years ago. I mean, Met said you gotta take those Stampede tires out.
Is that what these tires are?
Yeah, he said it'll eat those axles.
Huh. Interesting.
RC Ohio said, I noticed the porn stash earlier. Mind you, I heard the 70s bounce. That's the music I heard in my head when I read that.
Are you ready for your pizza?
I didn't order a pizza.
Yeah. Like
That's fantastic.
The intro to Seinfeld plays.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that was good. That was good.
Maybe I'll take this out for speed runs or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see run for sure, dude. Matt, it's definitely not a Super Trooper stash. If you know KGM, he's not a cop. Oh, man. Yeah. So, yeah, guys. So I'm going to retire the Outcast. Honestly, it's, like I said, it's weird to be like kind of sentimental. I love this truck so much. But she's not gone forever, but she's going to be put up for a while. I'm going to hang her up, focus on some other things. And, maybe I'll slowly accumulate parts for it and maybe do a whole rebuild and not bash her super hard, just run her normal. And but yeah, it's time. She's got to put her out to pasture, you know. Hang her up, let the spiders take over.
I know, Mets. I know I got the beginnings of the Mud Boss.
There you go. No, I appreciate that, dude. You didn't cuss. I didn't count that as a curse. Because if you did, you would have got like a warning, and then if you did it again, we would have got rid of you. But I appreciate that. Thank you. But the way you typed that was fine. Because my mods are pretty good. They're on top of stuff.
So that was my original plan with that thing. Was I was going to build that into a Mud Boss, and then I just never did it.
Yeah, start my life, dude. Start so many projects at once.
Yeah, I can never just finish one.
Part of me is thinking about selling this motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to sell mine, actually.
Yeah, she's just been sitting here. Dude, since I moved here, I haven't rode it yet. And I can use the money for a down payment on the tractor. Because when I get the tractor, I'm going to get the bucket in the front, obviously, a backhoe in the rear, and the third option in the front with the 3 fingers, so I can pick stuff up and move it. And using that money for a down payment would definitely be good because the financing right now on the tractor is really good. So I might try to sell that.
Yeah, the old lady wants a camper, so.
There you go. You can live on Chef Beardsley's land. Just pay for power. And when you find a house, you can get the hell off my lawn.
Hey, get out of my yard.
Get off my lawn.
I think she may be a little upset with me that I haven't put it up for sale yet and bought the camper. But
what kind of camper are you looking for? For like a driving camper or like a tow drive?
No, definitely a trailer.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you can always make one and make a really cool YouTube video out of it.
No, I ain't got time for that.
Oh, man. I'm going to see you build a camper.
You know what? The thing about a project like that is you'd spend a hell of a lot more money doing that than you would just going and buying one
Yeah.
prefabbed. And
I was thinking about buying like an old bus and making a camper out of it.
yeah, the one kid I work with, or I used to work with, he actually did that. He bought an old, like one of them old, it was kind of looks like a trolley type of bus, but it was like a
Oh yeah,
cabin
yeah,
cruise
yeah.
looking thing. And then he actually cut the roof, raised it 14 inches. It's like a total overblown project in my eyes, but that's what they wanted. Schoolie
That's
conversion.
reminds me of my. All right, I'm gonna sound like an alcoholic, but my old bartender at a place I used to, when I used to live in Jersey, she like cool hippie chick, and then when I say hippie chick, I don't mean it derogatory or anything like that. Like she has dreadlocks, super tiny girl, like cool as hell. Like she's awesome. She bought a full size like big ass bus and converted it to a camper. So she spent like a few years just slowly building it up with her tips and like decked it out. And like the back, I'd say 8 foot, 9 foot of it is a garage because she has a Harley that she pulls up, and she has one of those elevator lifts for like wheelchairs. It lifts her
Yep.
motorcycle up and puts it in the back. So the back, like 8, 9 feet, is like her garage for a motorcycle, and then the rest is her living quarters. She has a shower in there, a bathroom, a bed, TV. Like it's
That's
decked
cool.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, and she spent years doing it. Like she did awesome. She drove all around the U.S. with it and stuff, and now she's somewhere out west, like just chilling, doing her thing. I was like, good for
That's
you,
cool.
man. Like, yeah, she killed it, man. Like, it was super nice. It's just like her and her dog.
That'd be the life, man.
Yeah, dude. And me working from home, I can kind of do that. Like, as long as I have the internet, I can work.
Starlink.
Yeah, exactly. Sushis, festivals, yes. Those are more interesting. Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
I know what you mean, Joe. But no, she's cool as hell, though. Like, legit cool as hell. I was like, good for you, man. Like, killing it. I taught her how to shoot Second Amendment stuff.
It's like one of them Burning Man festival. Something that you'd see there, like
Yeah, but like
a
cool version.
yeah.
Some of those people are a little over the top for me. So.
Yeah.
Nah, she was super down to earth and cool as shit. She really was. So, I'm going to show you guys this that I haven't made a video on. My Pro Moto. I love running this thing, but I have not made a video on it. Decked them out in all black, metal arm in the back, metal whatever that is in the back. It's all upgraded.
Swing arm.
Dude, absolute blast. And it's so fun to ride. My buddy Burnsy's just got one too. It's so much bigger than you think. Dude.
That's what she said.
Like, you watch a video, and, like, it does not do that thing justice, man. It'd be so much fun.
Oh. Well, Mr. Chef, I hate to cut you short, but I got to get in with my kids.
No, you're good. I think I'm going to end this here anyway, so you're good, bud.
I'll jump into the chat, though.
Yeah, I'm only going to be live for a couple more minutes. So if you want to hop back in and shoot the crap, let me know. But I'm just going to hang out for a little bit.
All right, man. I'll
All right,
see
buddy.
you guys later.
Guys, check out KGM. Link in the description. Go check them out. Super good guy.
Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. All right, I'll
Appreciate
catch you
it.
guys later.
Take it easy, dude. Can't spell either. Yeah, dude, story of my life. I can't spell to save my life, man. So if you guys are just joining, we were talking about the redcat vigilante and its shortcomings. Need some work. We'll get it there. This being crooked is just a screw that backed out, so we'll fix that. But yeah, and we're gonna retire the Outcast. I never thought I'd say that. I love that truck, but that Mega Creighton that's coming out, I'm gonna build that. I'm gonna build it. You guys are gonna see it. I'm gonna jump my garage. So Reed Racing, you wait, are you talking about the Vigilante? Excuse me. I can fill you in real quick what we talked about in the Vigilante, if that's what we're talking about, but and if you're saying really to the Outcast, yeah, I'm gonna retire it. All right, so sorry guys if you heard this, but you'd like to hear it. So the Vigilante handles fantastic. Okay. Out of the box, I feel like no other fifth scale handles as well as this truck does. It handles so good. But when it comes to jumping and you need that throttle control so you hit the gas and the front end comes up, out of the box doesn't do it. So I thickened the dips up, did it a little bit, but not enough. And then I put lighter tires on it, the back flips helped a lot more, but not enough. The motor heats up extremely fast. So the motor, I have 10,000 mile packs, which are big, don't get me wrong. I know that. But I only ran 20%. So I went from 100 to 80%. And this motor was cooking. It was so hot. And it was only 84 degrees outside, so it wasn't that. It was the motor is super hot in no time. ESC is fine. So me and KGM were talking, and we think it's either gearing in the transmission, because the gearing for the pinion and the spur makes sense, but we don't know what the gearing is internally, because there's like a idler gear and another gear that touches the diff, and we think that gearing is weird, and it's messing up the gearing on the motor itself. So the motor's getting too hot too fast. So, because my idea was thicken up the dips, lighter tires, and it should rotate better. And it does, but it doesn't rotate enough. So the next step is I'm going to take my XRT motor out of my trackless XRT. I'm going to put it in this truck and see if it can get the rotation I'm looking for. Because my XRT, I put a Max 6 in, and this has a Max 6 stock out of the box. So if I put the Max 6 in here, it should rotate pretty well. So I'm gonna take that and do that and see if that works. There's some kind of issue with that, but the truck in the whole, I love. KGM had more issues. He stripped out a few gears and this and that. You can go check him out. He's linked in the description below. But me personally, the truck was very tough. Handles fantastic, but the way I drive and the way I want to control in the air, I think the motor has to be swapped out because I can't gear up because the motor gets too hot. So that's like the gist of it. Outcast is one. There's one that just always works. Yeah, dude, I love my Outcast. My Outcast is awesome. But I seen, if you guys go back to my channel and watch, it's like a 1 minute video of that N2C Mega Creighton. That thing is insane. And although Loyal on YouTube, I was talking to him at the Armageddon event, It blew my mind. He knew who I was, but he, um, his video on it. Go to one of his most recent videos. It's him running at Armageddon, and then him on this property running it. Absolute animal. So I was planning on rebuilding my Outcast with like a max 5G2 and just because it needs a whole rebuild. But then I seen that Mega Creighton, and I was like, you know what? I ordered a Creighton. I'm gonna rip all that stuff off of it, put it on the Mega Creighton chassis, and build a 12S monster. So my Outcast deserves a rest. So I'm gonna put her up on the shelf and let her rest. No, the redcat comes with a fan. The ESC and the motor both have a fan on it, and they both ran the whole time. But I literally ran 20% of the pack, and it was like cooking. And KGM has the same issue. It gets super hot, super fast. So there's an issue with gearing, or there's an issue with the motors, or something. Like, it should not heat up that fast. And we're in completely different climates. So I'm in Florida, North Florida, so it was 84 degrees when I ran today, no humidity. So, like, it should not have heated up that fast. And I wasn't even hard on it. You'll see in the video, but I wasn't even hard on it. And it got super hot. KGM, his gets super hot too. So there's something going on. Yeah, exactly. KGM had to modify his motor mount to fit a bigger tooth spur. So it's a great truck. It like handling stuff. I love running the truck. It's so weird to hate on the truck and love the truck at the same time. Um, it is so much fun to run. I love running the truck. It just needs work, man. It's like they're so close to greatness. They need a V2. If they just listen to us and not BS people and say, oh, what gear issues and blah, blah, blah in their live streams, and they're like, so and so launches it, he has no issues. Yeah, well, I don't think he's showing you everything. So, like, if they just made a V2 and just listen to us, it would be unstoppable. Like 100%. It would be 100% unstoppable if they just listen to us and just fix the issues. And KGM snapped the motor shaft because it's only 5 mil. It should be 8 mil. So there's a couple little issues. I didn't have those issues. I didn't strip any gears or anything like KGM did. But once we get it figured out, because my goal is to get this thing figured out. And once it's figured out, it's going to be an absolute animal. And I'm going to fill you guys in the whole time. I'm not going to BS you guys and be like, that's the greatest truck ever out of the box. It's not. It needs work. And we're going to work on it, and we're going to make it right. And if it takes me 4 or 5 times, and it costs me more money, at the end of the day, you can just go to the end point instead of spending the extra money to get there. So I'll tell you guys what I do to make it get good. But I'm going to make it good because I want to make it good because it's so much fun to run. It just needs that little bit extra. My Outcast is no comparison to this thing. My Outcast rotates on the dime. My Outcast is also super upgraded. It has a Max 5. It has 800 kV motor, MTC chassis, MTC CVDs, MTC steering rack, MTC motor mount, EXP shocks all the way around, RPM arms. So the thing's decked out. So I can't compare it to this. But out of the box between the two, like, because I got the RTR when it first came out. So RTR Outcast versus this out of the box, I would lean more towards the Outcast. Have a little more air control because I'm all about air control. But the handling on this is extremely good. So it's kind of hard to tell straight out of the box, but I cannot, like the way the Outcast sits now, I can't compare it to this because it's so upgraded. It's not a fair comparison. But the Max 6 is slightly too small for the rest. But the Max 6 and the X Max is fantastic. It's fantastic. Because I used to have an X Max. I geared it up and put a Max 6 in there, and it was night and day different. So this coming with a Max 6 out of the box is great. Because everybody and their mother almost puts a Max 6 in their X Max out of the box. So this coming with a Max 6, that's a step up from the X Max. But my X Max, I can gear up with the stock motor with a Max 6 and not worry about heat on the motor. And it was fantastic, rotated up the dream. This I can't up the gearing because it gets too hot with stock gearing with a Max 6. That's where the issue is, if you understand what I'm saying. So I think the issue is either what KGM said with the internal gearing, with the either gearing stuff, or just the motor issue. It needs a different motor. That's the two issues. That's why I'm going to take the XRT motor out of my XRT, because it's a stock motor with a Max 6, and just drop it in here and see what happens. I use that. Yeah, like everybody does everything different. You know what I mean? I'm just talking from my own experiences. I get it. The Max 6 is a small-ish ESC for a fifth scale, but like I said, I put it in an X Max and it worked great. And it's in my XRT right now. It works fantastic. So, because if you compare the weight on a Outcast or a Creighton to an X Max, the weight of the truck is extremely different. Like the Outcast and the Creighton are way heavier than the X Max. That's why I think you get away with a Max 6. So theoretically, you should be able to run a Max 6 in here like an X Max and be okay. But you can't. Or you can because the ESC don't get hot, the motor gets hot. The ESC has no issue. The issue is with the motor. So it's either a gearing issue or a motor issue. So I'm going to rectify the motor issue tomorrow. I'm going to pull the motor out of the XLT and put it in here and see if that fixes the issue. If that fixes the issue with the rotation and the heat, it's a motor issue. If it doesn't and that motor gets hot, it's a gearing issue. If you see what I'm saying. And I'm not saying you're wrong. Everybody has their own experiences and stuff. It's just my own mindset. So we'll see. You know, we'll throw the XRT motor in here and hope for the best. The only thing I'm worried about is the length of the motor wires, because the length on these motor wires are legit like this long, and I don't think the XRT motor wires are that long. I gotta get this bad boy out. This XRT is sick. Alright, pop these out. Pop these out. Yeah, that's gonna be the issue right here. Let's see, you guys. It's right here. So the issue with the XRT, the motor wires are legit this long. And I gotta try to make those motor wires reach back here. Excuse me. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that work. I might have to, what I might do might be super sketchy, is take this ESC off and put it up here just for testing purposes and just half-ass stick it to the support here just so the motor wires reach to the ESC just so I can test my theory. But yeah, these motor wires are extremely short because this is a Max 6 and that is a Max 6 in excuse me, redcat. So what I'll have to do is disconnect this ESC and match it up super close, like up here, just for testing, just to see if that actually works. No, I didn't lengthen them. That Max 6 just directly drops in. You can just plug them right in. KGM. The wires until it's big enough. Yeah, that's something else I thought of. I just haven't looked into it yet. I appreciate that, reader. I'm gonna run it with the stock ESC first, KGM. I know what you're saying, but I kind of want to see out of the box if you run the stock ESC with the XRT motor, if we have heat issues and rotation in the air issues, and then we'll go into, okay, how much different is this ESC? Nah, dude, a Tika system in here. If I did anything, I'd throw a hobby wing system in here. Because I've had great luck with hobby wing systems. In my Outcast, in my Sledge, in my, what else? I'm running hobby wing in a few things. And I just have good luck with them. Taken's like a super like racer kind of setup. I run hobby wing in my Baja, my electric Baja I converted. I run a Max 4 12S setup in my DDXL. So I just have good luck with them. And again, everybody has their own experiences. I understand that, but my experience is I've had good luck. I'm not convinced. But this ESC in this redcat is 100% a Max 6. It's branded as a redcat, but the ESC in this thing is a Max 6. The motor, I don't know. But the ESC in this mode, in this redcat Vigilante, is 100% Max 6 ESC. There's no doubt in my mind. Even the program card for a hobby wing lists the same thing. Like it's a Max 6. I think, honestly, personally, I think they effed up with the motor. They either got bad motor or wrong KV. There's something up with that motor. It just heats up way too fast, man. For me to run 20% of the pack and if it's that hot, there's an issue somewhere. And like I know gearing can do that, but like it's so weird. Man. ESC was okay. What does my shirt mean? It's Maloof. It's a car dealership in New Jersey. I'll be right back. I think that, but even in Corral is still. Yeah, I get it. Like I know what you're saying because everything's they can set up the internals differently and stuff like that. No, I get what you're saying, dude. I respect it, like 100%. But that's why we're gonna do these tests. And we're gonna figure it out, man. Because I will let you guys know how to make this thing do what I want it to do, and if you want it to do it. Kurtz, man, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Good to see you here, man. I haven't been live in a minute, man. And we can do that, but the first step is I'm going to put the motor in it and then see if it does what I want it to do. If it does that, I think it's a motor issue. If not, I'll throw the hobby wing in there and go from there, you know? So it'll be a test. We'll figure it out. Windshield's holding up great, man. Was using it today, man. I had one. Are you there anymore? No, I appreciate that, but I have a Max 6 in the XRT. If I need to, I'll rip it out and put it in here. We're going to figure it out. Like I said, tomorrow we'll pull the pinion off this motor, put the XRT motor in here, move that ESC forward so it'll connect to the motor, and then test it and see if it works. And if it works, it's a motor issue. If not, pull the ESC out. We'll put the Max 6 in there and see if it's a real Max 6. I'm almost 100% sure it is. Though. If I just pull the motor and put the new motor in it and it works, like I'm gonna crap and be like they just got crap motors. You know? So we'll see, man. Appreciate it, Kurt. Thanks, brother. It's a work in progress. It's getting there. Integrity. What's up, man? Integrity Farms. It's chill now. I figure you guys just got here. We're gonna retire the Outcast, man. The Outcast 8S. She's gonna get the power plant taken out of it, and she's gonna sit up on a shelf. That's a decoration. She's good to go. It's getting retired, man. I got a new build in mind. You guys weren't here earlier, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. I was going to rebuild the Outcast and put a Max 5G2 in it. 800 kV like it's in there now, but I had the sensors. I just rebuild it from the ground up, new discs, new everything, and just making a new truck. But then I see something, and I was like, you know what? I got to build one. So You'll see. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because you weren't here early enough. Sorry, but that's what it is. But once it starts coming, you'll see videos. But we're going to make a new basher. But yeah, this little girl needs to be put out to pasture. Right? I'm going to build a shelf above the door over there and just mount her up there. She's going to be retired. She's hurting me. She needs a whole rebuild. And like I said, I was going to rebuild it, but then I seen that thing and I was like, oh man. So the whole thing changed. We're going to build a new crazy basher. I'm not saying she won't ever be back, but she won't. If she does, it won't be for a long time because I kind of milked that cow for everything it's worth, and besides that, she's tired. She needs a rest. But yeah, we're gonna end it soon. But yeah, like I said, I don't want this stream to think I was hating on the vigilante super hard because I'm not. The reason why I'm pushing the issue so hard is because I do like the truck a lot. It's so much fun to drive. It just needs work. It needs to be upgraded in certain areas, and I'm trying to figure out where. Because I did the dips, I changed tires. I can't gear up because it's going to get too hot. I don't know how guys are getting away with gearing up because KGM geared up and even he was like, I got too hot. So there's something we got to do with this truck, and we will figure it out. And I will fill you guys in on what we do. Nice, Integrity. Good for you, buddy. Do it up, man. All good, Joe. Appreciate it, buddy. Well, I appreciate that, Joe. Donation. You know, it's just like you said. Like me, KGM, and the other guys are my mods. Like we do it because we have fun, and we see a couple videos where people are saying stuff that we don't agree with and not our experience. So we want to make sure all the experience gets out there, even if a lot of people don't see it because we're not that big yet. But we just want to get it out there and let you guys know what our experiences are. So, but I'm gonna figure this truck out because the way this thing handles is fantastic. If I can just figure out the air control with the throttle, it should be nothing no difference. It's gonna be unstoppable. Once I get it to where I can get the front end to just whip around in the air, unstoppable, bro. Everything right. I'm able to do. And no, dude, we all get it, man. We like, dude, just even with me moving and stuff, and this garage getting built, I wasn't in RC for a while, but I got videos to edit still. I was sick last week, so I didn't edit anything. I got videos in the pipeline working on this. Got that new build coming, which I appreciate you guys not telling the people that showed up too late what it is. But yeah, I got stuff coming, man. Yeah, exactly, Coach. It gets that way, man. Because at the end of the day, I say it all the time. We're just grown adults playing with toy cars. You know what I mean? That's why I refuse to get into arguments with people and all. Like, dude, seriously, I don't care. You're not going to throw me around with two cracks, man. We're just going to play with toy cars and have a good time. And if you don't want to do that, go somewhere else and talk crap. Oh, I'm glad you shut up, Jeff. We're gonna be doing more lives. I'm gonna have more videos coming out. It's just slow going. Being sick last week really effed me up. So like I said, I got videos in the pipeline. I got stuff coming. We're gonna pick up a tractor so I can build my stuff I want to build out here. But yeah, it's coming down the pipeline too. I have to get a tractor. I'm getting to the point now that a tractor is needed. So, but we're getting close. I think we're gonna end it in about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna mute real quick and take the clip out. Oh, I'm gonna hold off on buying the red cat. I'll wait till you figure out what I get your tip. So I just bought a new. Hell yeah, dude! Here's what GoPro to use. I use a GoPro Hero 9 Black for my head mount or like when I'm talking to the camera and stuff. That's what I use. And then on my controller, where's my controller? On my controller, I use. Here it is. And then on all my controllers, obviously my Noble, because my Noble's hooked to like 90% of my trucks, and then the ones that use RTRs, I put GoPro mounts on. And then I use a GoPro Hero 7 on my controller. Or the few times I do onboard footage, I use a GoPro Hero 7 Black. So the Hero 7 Black is like my action cam, where it's on my controller or on my truck. And then my talk-to camera or my head mount camera is a GoPro Hero 9 Black that I use. Alvaron. The redcat Vigilante to buy now or wait. If you're into driving fast, doing little jumps like on a track or even just like normal stuff, and just ripping around, you can't go wrong with this truck because it handles so good. That's why I want to make it better. It handles it's so much fun to drive because it's so intuitive. It handles so good. It's when you go into the air for those big jumps and you need to lift that front end up and you hit that throttle, nothing happens. You hit the brake and bring the nose down, but if you have to bring the nose up, you're done. It's not happening. So make your own call. I don't regret buying the truck by any means. I think the truck is super fun to drive. It really is. I look forward to driving the truck. It's just I gotta think the way I drive, I need that throttle control in the air. The brake control is great. The throttle, not so much. So do with that as you wish. Extra mileage. Oh, it's a great 21 to 2 hours. I appreciate that, Scott. You ordered here 11, yeah. I'm gonna get a third camera. Just especially with the new ramp I built, I need to get better angles. Like today, I set up in the back of side by side. I'm trying to figure out my good angle for landings. I think having a third camera on a tripod somewhere would help a lot. So I'll get there. I have 3 webcams now. I have the ugly mug cam, then I have the top down cam, and then I have that camera that I can move all around the shop for live streams. But for videoing, I think I'm gonna get one more GoPro. So I'll use the 7 Black as my landing camera. So if that gets hit, it's fine. It's an older camera. So that'll be like in the really crazy angles and hope for the best. If it breaks, it breaks. Then I'll have the second camera on my controller as a follow-up camera. So when I'm running, I can follow it. And then I'll have my head mount camera. Hopefully, one day. I'm not trying to buy another camera right now. I have other things in the works. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Trying to get more consistent. I have to get more consistent because I was on a steady incline. But after the movie stuff, I kind of got lazy. Then the new job and the videos, and lazy. So we'll be back because I had the Pro Moto that I've been running by myself and no camera. So I want to make Pro Moto video. I have nitros I gotta run, but so just gotta get myself in the butt and do it. Yeah, I was looking at the new GoPro too that came out. I don't. It might be the 11. I'm not sure. But what girl has been? I looked for many years. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really like. No offense to anybody, but I don't really watch much YouTube, so I don't know where Earl's at. Maybe I'll shoot him a text tomorrow and see how he's doing. If you haven't seen him in a while, Earl's a good guy. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's a busy guy though. He does a lot. He works a lot, so it's probably a work issue. So. Oh man, I can't believe I'm gonna retire the outcast. I love this truck so much. But like I said, she might not be going forever, but she's gonna be put up for a while. No problem, Junior. So I try. Like I said, some people talk crap in comments, but I couldn't care less. I say my experience. That's all there is to do. You know what I mean? I have some trucks that I absolutely love and never had an issue with, and some people blow them up every time they go out. You know, that's the beauty about the hobby, though. Everybody has different experiences, and you go with it. I say it all the time. I'm a lot of things, but a liar is not one of them. So I'm always going to tell you guys what's up, man. Always. I refuse to be a shill for free stuff. Right. Yeah, like you said, man, I love this. I love this Vigilante. It runs so good. It's just once I figure out these minor issues, and it's a specific issue because not everybody runs them like we do. Like if you just run it kind of normal, it's going to be a fantastic truck. But if you run it like me or KGM or like somebody that really sends them, you're gonna want to do what we're doing to figure out this throttle control in the air. I know some guys are saying it's a backflip monster and this and that. It's not. I don't care what they say. They might have the perfect ramp or whatever it is, but it's not. It needs something, and we're going to figure it out. So just follow along for the ride. We'll figure this truck out because I want to because it's that good of a truck. Once we figure that out, it's going to be unstoppable. It's going to be one of my go-tos for sure. Putting the course sign if you're trying to go from the angle. Yeah, I know. I had the course flag right there, but yeah, well, they're expensive, man. I'm not trying to spend money on this. That flag is like $10, so I got the flag. Trying to get sponsored. How cool would that be? not the light though, but the real Coors. Getting sponsored by Coors Banquet. It'd be fantastic. It's a very underrated beverage. Like, if you're of legal age and you can drink this stuff and you haven't tried this, try it. It's good. It's 5%, so it's more than light. Um, Tastes good. It's all around just a good beverage. It really is. Like, fantastic. What, Earl has it? Yeah, maybe I'll reach out to him tomorrow and see what's up. Obviously, I can't fill you guys in the video or nothing. It's private stuff, but now you guys got me worried. Check on. I got 2 3S packs I gotta run too. I got maybe I'll run the Revo 2.0 electric. I haven't ran that. And that truck is super underrated, I think, in my opinion. That Revo 2.0, I don't think that got the luster it deserved in the time it was out. Because it's discontinued now. That truck is legit. Now I'm looking at my TLR Typhon. That thing's an animal too. Super. Nobody talks about that truck or that buggy, and that TLR tuned Typhon is an absolute animal. Like, screw what everybody makes and does. That TLR tuned Typhon with a 6S setup in there. Dude, that thing flies like a freaking rocket. It might as well be a plane. It flies so good. That thing's an animal. And nobody talks about it. Like, you want to win a high jump, long jump contest, get a TLR tuned Typhon 6S. There's some Badlands on there. If you're in a dirt, unstoppable. There's an absolute beast. Oh, you mean put the Outcast in the course flag? That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, she's got to be put out, man. Like I said, dude, everything's loose. Like, I beat the snot out of this truck. I did not take very good care of it. And for what I did to the truck, the amount of brakes I had were, one, all 100% justified, and two, deserved. Like, to blow one diff with the amount, countless packs to this truck, I no complaints. One of my absolute favorite trucks. So I hate to see it hung up, but it's time. It's time to move on and build an absolute beast of a make it. I'm sure he's busy with work. Oh yeah, dude. He's definitely super busy. He's always working, man. He's a workaholic, dude. No, I get you. It's cool that you're worried, though. You know what I mean? He's like, he actually means something. He's not just some dude. You know, that's just cool about the hobby. Like, the like for every troll comment you get, there's 20 awesome people. Like, it's crazy. Like, the trolls outweigh the the no, the good people outweigh the trolls by like 20 to 1 easy. So, and me, you can say whatever you want to, you're not going to offend me. You should just hear how me and Burnsley talk to each other. So, like, I couldn't care less, man. Especially about toy cars, but you're not going to bother me. I'm building a right of our NTC TOR talk on right now, bro. I brought it to a starting good. Oh my god, screwed out of me. I got screwed out of me. Going to Armageddon. Yeah, dude, I was at Armageddon, Scott. But yeah, the TLR Tune Typhon. And honestly, the only thing you need to upgrade on the TLR Tune Typhon, I'm sorry if you're building one right now, the only thing you have to upgrade are the standoffs for the shocks. They're those metal standoffs that the shocks slide onto on the shock tower. That little piece of metal MCC makes, that's all you have to buy is that standoff for that shock, and the thing's bulletproof. That's the only thing I ever broke on that thing. Maybe an arm, if I'm thinking. No, way back when, but an arm, who cares? Like, absolute beast of a buggy, man. Absolute beast. I love that thing. I have 3 and 2 younger kids with sports story, so dude, it sucks. Plus working 10 plus hours a day, really get this time. Yeah, and the tires. Tires for what? Um, but yeah, no, I can't say I get it because I'm angry, bitter, and alone. So I don't have any kids or any wife or whatever, so I kind of do what I want. But I feel you, bud. But yeah, take care of family first, man. I respect that 100%, man. Oh yeah. Well, that was a bad lane I blew up at the pit when I did that backflip with a buggy. So yeah, that TLR Tune Typhon KGM, you should get one. I know a guy that can help you out with that. Because the TLR Tune Typhon, I think everybody should have one. Like 100%. I don't care if you're a gas and nitro guy only. Get a TLR Tune Typhon 6S. Absolute beast of a buggy. Absolute, like Chef Beardsley, seal of approval. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Things a freaking beast. I know. I watched you behind the camera at Horizon. What? Scott, which one were you? Did you talk to me? How can the bill goes wrong? Yeah, small thing, healthcare. Yeah, dude. Joe, you didn't have to do that, man, but I appreciate the hell out of that, man. You don't have to do that, buddy. But it 100% will be going to that build. And me and KGM, link in the description below, are 100% always willing to help you guys out. And honestly, if I can't find the answer, most of the time I hit up Gus and he tells me the answer because I always have to. I'm glad my notifications are working. But dude, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Joe. Much appreciated, buddy. It's gonna go to a good cause, man. Making you guys content. 100%. All right, we'll grab a little can for this one. Not a 16 ouncer. Grab a 12 ouncer. Well, Joe, we appreciate it, man. Like I said, for every one troll, there's 20 awesome dudes, man. And they're the guys we like to talk to. This is why, because honestly, again, I'm not a huge YouTuber by any means. I got less than 3,000 subs and stuff. But, like, doing the lives is just awesome because we get to talk to you guys in real time and, like, see what's happening and really talk to you guys. And most of the time, the people that show up to lives are like true dudes that like to hang out. Like, I don't even want to say fans. They're just, like, if you were here, I'd offer you a brew. You know what I mean? That's just what we do. That's why KGM and Gus and Sergeant J and Addicted and even Burnsy, that guy, we're just buddies, man. That's what it is. We all have a common thing. We're grown adults that play with toy cars, you know, and I'll die on that hill. It's a great hobby. I'm talking about other YouTuber videos that were releasing from Farming. Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't watched any of those. Yeah, I was helping Horizon Hobby behind the sales thing. So yeah, I was hanging out there. I did bash on the Basher pit, which the Basher pit was kind of lackluster, but it'll be better next year. They said it's going to be bigger and they're going to get bigger jumps. It was the first year, so they were kind of testing it out. Um, the awesome thing was Avery from M2C knew who I was, so that kind of blew my mind. Um, Aldo Loyal, which was there with M2C, knew who I was. He like walked up, he's like, "Oh, dude, it was awesome to meet you. We gotta hang out and bash, blah blah." That kind of blew my mind. I met a bunch of other people that knew who I was. Which again, I'm not a huge YouTuber, but like meeting people and just shooting the crap about the same toy cars we like to play with is awesome. You know, like I don't care what your religious things are or your political views and stuff. Like we have this in common. We're buddies, man. I don't care, man. You can like identify as a toilet seat for all I care, man. Like if we have this in common, we're buddies. I don't care. Yes, I keep my dip in the fridge because cold dip is delicious. Well, Joe, you're always welcome to hang out with us, man. Joe, how old are you? Like, not trying to be weird, but like, I'm trying to start like a live stream like this, like every like week or two, where we get like RC people on and we just shoot the crap and talk to each other and like how we got into the hobby and like what you're into and stuff like that. So I'm trying to start like a week or every 2 week like live stream talking. I got a couple like bigger guys that were like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that." So I don't know how serious they were about it, but like I don't care if you're going to do YouTube. If you're just into the hobby, it'd be cool to talk to. But my only criteria is you have to be 18. I don't want, like, don't get me wrong, there's some 12-year-olds that are fantastic racers, but I don't, that's just, to me, I don't want kids on my, like, if you watch, it's fine, but I don't want kids on my video. 44, been a concrete finisher for 26 years, single dad of three. I've been one guy, 5 a day. Hell yeah, dude. Yo, you'll fit right in, man. Cheers to you. Hell yeah. Yo, Joe, are you part of the RC Guy Garage Facebook page? If not, um, join it, answer the 3 questions, and then send me a message on Facebook because I'm one of the moderators. So just go to the moderators on the Facebook page, and I'm the guy with the beard with the chainsaw with his tongue out. Send me a message, and we'll link up, dude. We'll talk. So what's everybody else up to, man? I haven't really talked to you guys in a while. It's awesome to actually sit and chat with you guys again, man. I miss these lives, man. I've just been busy. Anybody working on anything or trying to save up for anything? Not just RC related, just like you trying to get a new truck, or SUV, or what, man? Let's chat, man. But yeah, Joe, when you go to join that RC Guy Garage Facebook page, make sure you answer the questions, or we won't add you. We won't. You have to make sure you read the rules. Put a new phone on an Outcast. What Outcast? 4S, 6S, or 8S? I feel like the Outcast is one of the best platforms. I really do. Like, I know it's a stunt truck, but man, all around badass, man. Hey, that's hell yeah, dude. What are you putting in? Are you going to stock? Are you upgrading? What are you doing, man? I kind of want to start ripping this apart now. Pull that motor out of the SRT and put that in here. This might sound weird, but guys, I'm so freaking pumped about this M2C Mega Brake. If you guys don't know, go back. It's like one of my last videos. It's like a minute long. Avery, the guy from M2C, explains what the Mega Crate is. And dude, watching all the Loyals videos on it, it is such a badass rig, dude. Like the video doesn't do justice. Like if it's in your budget, man, and they made it so that you can get the chassis for under $400, run your stock electronics, and just build up to the max 4. It's freaking genius. And like I'm kind of fanboying, but I'm not. It like seeing it in person, it is such a clean setup, dude. And I was such a hater on putting 12S in Creighton for the longest time. Like I'll be the first one to admit it. Like I thought it was the dumbest thing you can do. It was always ugly. It never fit right. It was trash. And then M2C comes out with the chassis that it extends the front end of the chassis by a half an inch, so it fits that freaking giant 12S motor perfectly. And then they went ahead and built a cradle for the back of the motor that holds it from flexing and breaking. And then it has the Max 4 mount for the ESC. And it's so clean. It's so nice. So, like, you guys can literally get into that chassis for under $400, run it for, I know $400 sounds like a lot, because it is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not made of money. But you can run that chassis at 8S and it'll be an absolute animal. And just save up money and then get the Max 4 combo. Dude, that thing is insane. What Aldo was doing with that truck is nuts, dude. Like, I'm so pumped. That's what made me retire the Outcast. Like, it's, dude, I cannot wait for that build. You have a Creighton, but not use it long. All right. Is there really any difference? Yeah, dude. Honestly, Reed, there's a huge difference. That Outcast rotates way more than the Creighton. If you put the exact same setup in both trucks, that that Outcast is going to be like, and that Creighton's going to be like, just because it is longer. So it flies flatter, but it needs a little more oomph to get multiple like rotations out of it. So there is a difference, 100%. I'm part of a few groups, but not going to lie, I don't Facebook much. Yeah, you don't have to Facebook much. It's just a way to contact me because I don't have a Chef Beardsley YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram or nothing like that. So that's just the easiest way to get a hold of me. So it'd be cool to get you, like, for us to shoot the crap a little bit and maybe get you on the live stream so we can all chat. If you're into it. If you don't want to go on a live stream with me, you don't have to. Yes, Addicted. Still streaming. Yo, Addicted, you want in on this, buddy? I just stacked concrete on the side. 30 square foot. Yeah, KGM does concrete too. Yeah, see, Addicted. Addicted has the Creighton. It's just that longer wheelbase just needs a little more oomph to rotate. That's why they call the Outcast a stunt truck and the Creighton a Creighton. So it's the Outcast is a stunt truck, so it's meant to rotate like crazy and do stupid stuff with. The Creighton is a little more, dude. The Creighton, like even when KGM first got the roller EXP, dude, that thing flies so good. It really does. But when it comes to rotations and stuff, that Outcast is going to rotate way faster. That 2 inches, baby, makes a huge difference. Yo, KGM, yeah, KGM, Addicted. Send me your email in here because I can't log into my email on my laptop, and I'll add you in here. Let's go. I'll add you in here. Let's go. I'm ready to go, buddy. I'm pumped. Talking about RCs, man, I miss doing lives. I need to start doing these every week. Yeah, like, and that's coming from a guy that bet his chassis. Addicted to RC, bet his Creighton EXP chassis. I was there when he did it, and it was awesome. It flew so, the Creighton flies so good. That's why I'm so pumped about this Mega Creighton build, because it's going to have the rotation of an Outcast, but in a Creighton form. So it's going to fly fantastic and rotate like an Outcast. It's going to be insane. I am so pumped. Guys, I know I've been saying this for a long time, but follow along. I have videos in the pipeline. Just deal with me for a little bit longer. I promise you, we're elevating. We're getting big. I'm telling you, it's going to be a beast, dude. Yeah, Addicted. Just send me your email so I can send you a link to join. Yeah, dude, I'm doing the Mega Creighton build, bro. Honestly, talking to Aldo Loyal, and he was sending me some sneak peeks of his videos before we released them. That thing is an absolute beast, dude. I'm building one. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm waiting for them to release the kit because I already have a Creighton on order. And the sad part is the motor and ESC I'm not using. Just put off to the side for something else. The chassis I'm not using, but center diff, front and rear bulkheads and all that. So I'm just gonna put it on there and build up from there, dude. I'm gonna get the Max 4 set up. It's gonna be random. But take it. Give me your email, man. I'll get you in here, buddy. But yeah, Joe, just send me a message on Facebook. We'll shoot the crap for a little bit. I just want to, no offense to you, but some people are weird, so I just kind of want to fill you out a little bit, and we'll get you on a live stream, Giggy, fill you out. But we'll get you on a live stream. We'll shoot the crap, man. We'll get KGM in here, maybe a Addicted. We'll get Sergeant J in here, guest appearance by Gus maybe, and just hang out, have a couple brews, and talk RC about full-grown men playing with toy cars. You sent it. Okay, all right, Eric, man, I appreciate you being here, buddy. You take it easy. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta send me email to buddy a different too. Actually, wait until you see this guy. He's super pretty. Like, You think he's a pretty boy, but he's not. But he's borderline. He's a good guy though. Sorry guys, I'm sending you my email. Sorry. All right, Dick. I sent you an email. It's from my personal email, so it's not from my Chef Razor email. Yeah. So Joe, my goal is to go live every week or two. I kind of want to do like a kind of like a show where like I have somebody different on, or even if it's the same guys, it's just we talk RC, what's coming out, how you got into the hobby, stuff like that. So if you're interested, you're more than welcome to join. If you have a YouTube channel, I'm sorry if I don't know it. Um, I'll link you in the description. I want when we set this up, I would like a picture so I can add you to the thumbnail, just like I did with KGM today, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, for sure, man. And obviously, we try to keep it semi family friendly. Every once in a while, I understand like an F bomb gets dropped or stuff like that, but we try to keep it semi nice. You know what I mean? We don't want to be those people. And again, I don't like to specifically point out a certain channel. So if you have beef with somebody or stuff like, we're not about that. Again, we're grown adults playing with toy cars. I'm not dealing with that. So if you start being like, well, this guy, blah 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 blah, you're done. You're getting sent out. So yeah, we honestly we're just here to play with toy cars. You know. Because I know there's a couple people that have beef and all this. Like, we don't deal with that here. We just keep them going. All right, yeah, Joe. Like I said, just hit me up, dude. If you're interested, like I said, I want to talk to you a little bit and we'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll get you on here. We'll hang out for sure, dude. Hoist a couple and just shoot the crap, man. I won't do that. Yeah, dude. More than welcome, buddy. Like I said, we don't deal with the drama here. Like I'm sure people absolutely hate me, and honestly, part of me loves that because haters just watch and give you watch time for no reason. So yeah, I did that. I sent you that link. So whenever you want to join, let me know. Oh, I'll see you. All right, dude. Joe, do you do YouTube or anybody else in chat? Obviously, like if you guys do YouTube or whatever you're into, I want to know what else everybody else is working on, man. I know somebody's working on a Typhon right now, a TLR2 Typhon. What are you guys doing, man? Or what are you guys saving up for? That's what I like to know too. He's a solid guy. Just see chat. Good trying with Joe. Or I guess he is. Hey, dude. Yeah, if you're going with Addicted, you're good with me, buddy. Just get a hold of me through Facebooks, and we'll get you added to the live stream, bud. That's my life in the I'm getting better. No, it's just good. Yeah, dude. Whatever, man. Like I said, if you want to come hang out with us, you're more than welcome, buddy. I'm not I don't care as long as you leave. Like my thing is, everybody has beef. Just leave it at the door, man. Like we're just here to have a good time. Because even in a group chat with other YouTubers that we do, um, we have beef with people. We're like, "Do you see this? Like, this blah 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 blah." But that's just human nature, bro. It's just what we do. But when it comes to this, we're just hanging out, man. Gotta get in here, addicted, man. I'm waiting for you, buddy. I haven't talked to you in a minute, addicted. I called you a while back, but you never answered. Typical. You know, some push, man. Hey, dude. Whatever, man. Like I said, if you're good with him, you're good with me, man. I trust him. So, what's everybody's next build or next buy? I obviously you guys know mine is the Mega Creighton. Man, I'm so pumped for that build. Addicted to having technical difficulties for a few years. Uh, it's not with it. Trying to figure something. Yeah, dude. Let me know, man. More welcome. Like I said, if you're not comfortable being on screen, you don't have to. You're cool to hang out with and chat, man. Whatever you want to do, babe. But I think the key to this red cat is backflips because they're way lighter and a different motor. But that's what I'm banking on. I really think if you take that motor out and put something else in there, like the XR2 motor, I'm thinking that it's going to fix the issue. But we shall see. And again, I'm not doing this live to call other people out about what they're doing and stuff. Like everybody has different experiences. But me and KGM pretty much have the same experience. His is actually worse than mine. He's been stripping gears and stuff. So an RC guy garage blew up two dips, doing way less than me and KGM have been doing. So something up with the truck, 100%. Reed. What got me on Redcat is body style. His mid 70 Chevy. Yeah, dude, 100%. I have a 76, so the redcat has fine. But I'm waiting for you guys. Yeah, honestly though, like the truck is fantastic. It is so much fun to drive. I can't fault the truck for that. I can fault the truck for horrible air control with the throttle in the air, but driving wise, it's fantastic. We're gonna figure the truck out, but driving wise, like on the ground and like little whoops and jumps and stuff, fantastic. We'll do crazy sends, different story. Harder to control in the air because you have no throttle. But um, the truck itself, just driving, awesome. It handles so good. That's what I like about the truck too. That body is sick, bro, and it's tough. I have to give it that, man. The truck is tough, and it takes some hard hits. I used to have a '86 Chevy stepside. All right, it doesn't look like a dick is going to join because looks like he's having computer issues. That sucks too. I haven't talked to him in a long time. But, yeah. But we've been live a while. It was awesome just to talk to you guys, man. I haven't done live in a long time. It was really cool just to hang out with you guys again. I forgot how much fun these are. I gotta. I'm working on that. Trying to do every week or every 2 weeks. It'll probably start out as every 2 weeks and see how it goes from there. Um, Doing just live streams. I'll probably be wrenching live streams in between there, just because I hate editing wrenching um, on videos. So I'd rather wrench, talk to you guys, and tell you what happened than wrench in a video and have to edit it. And I'm not doing that. But yeah. So I'm probably gonna end it soon because yeah, it's almost 11:30 already when I'm at. Mine looks like a Fly Guy. If you remember the show, looks like that. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, bud. All right, Kurtz, man, you take it easy, buddy. I appreciate you stopping in here, buddy. We're gonna end this here anyway once this is empty. Oh, Lotus, you are late to the party, man. It is winding down, buddy. But I am happy you showed up, man. You and oh man, who uh, CSL, that's what it is. You and CSL, man, you guys are always super consistent. Like, super appreciated, man, for sure. Lotus is CSL, man. Always, always in the live streams a little bit, man. Much appreciated, guys. That's why when CSL won that giveaway on KGM's channel with the shirt, I was super happy that he won that because super, super supportive. Same thing with you, Lotus, man. Super supportive, always there. Not a crap talker, like just a good dude, man. Much appreciated, brother. Sorry, I got Snapchats. All right, it's almost empty. Once that's empty, we're gonna end it. I tell you guys, man, it is super crazy to like wake up and like walk on my back porch. The tree out there, 50 yards. It's 40 feet high. It's my tree. Like, blows my mind. It really does. Let us, we appreciate that. And I'm not just saying that for me. That's what I said, we, like, you and CSL, man, super consistent. You're always at least hopping in, just like, what's up, dude? Can we stop for a little bit? I just want to say what's up. Like, sick, dude. When we do a get together, I don't know where you're located, Lotus, but you're welcome to come out to my spot when it's set up. And when I get do a little get together, if you can't come out, we'll send you something. But when I have my spot set up for bashing and stuff, you're welcome to come out here, man. So, nothing is. Oh yeah, dude. CSL is a good dude, man. Oh man, you're in Ohio. That sucks. 50 hours away. Just saying, man. When my spot's set up, you're gonna get an invite. Again, if you can't come, I understand it's a long haul, but because there's only gonna be a certain amount of people invited, because obviously you guys see my setup. I don't want people poking around where they shouldn't be poking around. You know what I mean? Because I'm very open with my stuff. So it's like, hey, you need something to use it, just put it back. But some people take advantage of that, if you know what I mean. And I don't take kindly to that. So the people that will be invited are very few and far between. So, but all lives in New York, Jacksonville. Jacksonville. I think I'm a few hours away from there. I'll look it up for you right now. Because I know from the airport, I'm about like an hour and a half from the airport. Yeah, about an hour and a half from there. So, yeah, when we do get together, either way, like you're gonna be invited, and if you can't come, I'll figure out something to send you. I don't know. I don't know if it would be anything nice, but it might be something. But yeah, you and CSL 100% would be invited because you guys are super good supporters. But you've been around a long time, Lotus. I remember seeing you when I like, first started doing live streams. like I said, you and CSL, man, you guys were always there. Like, much appreciated, buddy. No, dude, that mystery Baja motor is up there actually. It's all sealed up. It has compression. The problem is it doesn't have spark, but it's an issue with the spark plug wire. Excuse me. So I have to get a new spark plug wire for it. But I got to the point where it was like it's not really worth it because it's a stock motor. So or engine. I'm not really worried about it. It's all sealed up. I'm sure if I put a spark plug wire on it, I think it'll fire right up. But I just got to the point where like I cleaned it with the ultrasonic cleaner and put it back together, sealed it up, has compression, all that stuff, just no spark, bad spark plug wire. It's just it's not really worth any more to it. It's just a stock motor. It's nothing fancy. Don't think it's stock? I don't know, dude. It's pretty meh. I think it's it is a yeah. It's an HPI Racing branded one, so it's definitely a stock one. King Star 1009619. It's definitely a stock Baja motor that came in a stock HPI Baja because the heat cover on it legit says HPI on it. HPI Racing. I know the one that was in that I got from the guy that gave me all the Loisy 5B parts. That's like a 34cc nice motor that I put in the DBXL or engine. I put in the DBXL. I keep forgetting. I need to get pull starts. I need to order like 5 pull starts for 2 strokes. I need 3 for 3 2-strokes and then 2 for backups. Because I put that 34 in that MTXL and the pull start shot. And all my pull starts are cracked except on the Baja I built the new HPI Baja kit. Um, and my 45 that pull start shot. So I need new pull starts. So I gotta order pull starts. That is the one in I was asking about the DBXL. Yeah, the DBXL that got converted to 12S, but that motor is in a yeah that motor's in the Baja I built, the new HPI Baja kit that they re-released. That's what's in there. So the stock DBXL motor is in the HBI Baja kit. The 34 nice motor is in the DBXL, and the KGM 45 motor is in the Kraken build. It's the HBI Baja build with the Kraken cage. But I need pull starts. My pull starts are shot. Um, So, and I keep forgetting to order those. So when I go inside, I'm going to try to remember to order those. But I'm super hungry. So when I go in there, I'm going to eat. I'm probably going to forget again. So make a comment somewhere or something because I need to order those pull starts because I want to run. Like, I can't tell you how many times I come out here and I want to run 2-stroke. And there's a couple times I'll fill them up and I go to pull them. I'm like, my pull start's shot, you know? So I need pull starts. I need good pull starts. I don't care if they're a little more money. I just need something that's going to last. So yeah, that's the issue with those. I need pull starts. And then my nitros that use a bump box, I got a new bump box, so I'm good to go. So no excuse for that. It's just me being lazy. I need to get those out. Um, yeah, and then I want to run the Revo with the 4.6 in there. I gotta run the Baja, which I mean not the Baja. I gotta run the Savage. I'm gonna just run my old Savage and use the new Savage as parts because the new Savage was a huge letdown. So as I break parts on the old Savage, I'll just replace the parts. And it's not the XL, it's the 4.6. It was overpriced, and that was a buyer's remorse thing. Super open with you guys. So buyer's remorse was the new HPI Savage because I love that truck. The old Savage is a beast. But the new one, it did good upgrades, but it was overpriced and didn't come with as much as the old one did. So I'm just going to use the new one as parts for the old Savage. So as they break, I'll just upgrade the old Savage. We know how it goes. Yeah, dude. Verizon has a new easy start set up for small blocks. Very solid. Yeah, I'll look into it. I need a big block one because I had that 45, and then the other ones I could just run the small block. But yeah, I've been wanting to run the MTXL and bad pull start. The 45 KGM 45 bad pull start. And it's not so much a bad pull start. It's I can start it, run it, and if it dies, I can't start it again because it clogged. Because the kind of dirt I have is like a sand, and it just clogs those little fins that pop out. And I know they make other pull starts that are better sealed. Um, so I just gotta get new pull starts across the board. I'm gonna get 5 of them, have 2 backups and 3 new ones, and we should be good. Because I have all this land, I gotta use it. Um, Man, I love it out here. Yeah, I tried. Lettuce, give me all the tips you want. Like, no offense, like I appreciate your tips, but I tried everything. It doesn't work. Like they just you get that one start out of it and you run it for 3 seconds. If it dies, those things are stuck. You have to take it off again, clean it out, leave it up again, put it back on, and it'll start. And if it dies, there's no time where you don't have to take that pull start off to get it going. So yeah, yeah, exactly. So, and it was the same thing at the pit where I used to run in New Jersey. The pit dirt sand was the same thing. Like it would clog up like that. So as soon as you get one run out of it, and if it died or if you had to refill and start it up again, you have to pull the whole pull start off again. So yeah, I gotta find a pull start that'll work with that. For the Kraken Baja and the regular HPI Baja, I was thinking about getting the drill start one that DDM sells. You just put that. It has that one-way bearing. I know one-way bearings, blah blah blah, but it's on the drill, so shut up. And you can start it that way. And then for the DBXL, you can't run that because the motor's twisted a different way. And you can't get the drill in there, so you have to get a pull start. So I just want to get a better pull start for the MTXL, not DBXL, MTXL. So yeah, but yeah, I need pull starts. Exactly, rotor start. Yeah, DDM sells that drill setup. But yeah, I need to get this out. I need to go back to my roots. I have all this bones brew down here, right here. Got bones brew down here. I gotta burn up, man. They're out of business, so gotta run that Bones Brew, man. Sorry, guys, I had a Snapchat. Tua Baby doesn't use soccer. Yeah, I honestly, I'm getting closer and closer to that route. The only problem is with the DBXL. I mean, not DBXL, MTXL. I can't do that because the way the motor's rotated. Excuse me. You can't get to the flywheel to do that. So either way, the MTXL has to be a full stop. And the MTXL is so much fun to run. I kind of want a second MTXL so I can have one gas, one electric. That's my end goal with the 5B I'm going to get. The 5B I'm going to get is going to be two-stroke because that's the way it's supposed to be. And then have one electric. But finding those at a decent price is a freaking nightmare. Like, people think they're freaking gold. I did find one. I'm going to get one after my Mega Creighton build. After I build my Mega Creighton, um, the guy who's going to get rid of the 5B was like, yeah, dude, it's yours. I wanted to post it. Just let me know when you're ready. So I'm going to get that 5B and make that two-stroke and try to find another one to make it electric. So I have a gas and electric of both. I want to do the same thing with the MPXL, gas and electric of both. I already have a electric Baja and a gas Baja. I like it all, man. I like it all. I even like flying and I suck at it. I got that sim, dude. I fly a helicopter and it's like, immediately. I suck at it, but I love watching it. So, yeah, man. You built in a Kyosho Inferno to watch it. Nice, dude. Hell yeah, bro. Only a little left. Gonna end it soon. I think it's a LRP32 Spec 4 and the 2-speed. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, bro. Don't think I forgot. I told you guys I'm going to try to skip the water with an electric Baja 2-wheel drive. And I'm still going to try to do that. I just have to find a spot, man. So, life happens, but I'm asking around. I'm trying to find a spot to do it. So, but I'm telling you guys right now, moving down here was the best thing I ever did, man. I got that new job, working from home. I literally go to town every 2 weeks for groceries. It's fantastic. I have to deal with people. I do what I want out here. It's great. And when we do that get together, man, people will be invited. We'll have a good time. Of course, my buddy KGM will be here. We're going to try to get Gus out here. And I keep looking at the Outcast 4S. I keep forgetting I need tires for that because Mama Beardsley, when my old man passed away, she blew up the motor and the tire. So I have to, the new motor's in there. I need a new tire. I appreciate that, Lotus, man. I really do. It's legit my dream setup, man. Property, big ass garage. The only thing I need, besides I have my side by side, obviously. The last thing I need is a tractor, and that's next. And once I get my tractor, it should be good. There we go. But all right, guys, I think this is the end of it. As far as the end. So we're gonna end it. I appreciate the hell out of all you guys showing up. I really do. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. If not, hit down the thumbs down. Either way, I couldn't care less, but either way, it helps. And yeah, I will catch you guys soon. I got videos to edit. I was sick last week. I'm not trying to give you guys excuses, but believe me, I got stuff coming. And especially when I get that tractor, we're gonna build some ramps, not ramps, but ramps. um, so definitely follow along. I appreciate you guys being here. It was an awesome time seeing you guys. I haven't been live in a while, and the fact that you guys showed up was blew my mind. Um, yeah, we're gonna try to do every like 2 weeks, do a live stream with somebody and just talk about toy cars. You know what I mean? Have a good time. So wherever you are in the world, have a good afternoon, morning, or night, and I will catch you guys soon. So you take it easy, and again, man, I appreciate the hell out of you guys, man. Take it easy.